Hi. Okay, so you want to see how I do some scissoring. This is S'mores, and she's kind of in a combination. She's really in a pet trim is what she is, but they like the long coat, so I've never actually trimmed her coat. So I've already done her prep work. She's been bathed, she's been combed out here. I haven't actually split her here, but I'm just going to finish setting in this foot, and I'll just show you quickly how I do that. I've already clipped underneath here, and I set my line behind the heel, and I'm just going to finish it up with shears. So I'm going to put that down. I'm going to hold this up and everything flat to the pad. Sorry, S'mores. There we go. And I'll set my toe in right around here. I'll get that little edge off right there. Shears I'm using, these are by Kenchi. These are Kenchi Shinobis. Alright, so I kind of get this in. I got that set in. I'm going to set in her rear angulation. I like to use a lot of thinners on dogs like this because trying to cut them with a straight blade usually marks up the coat. So for me, I like to use thinners, and I just kind of come in. I'm going to just set in her rear end a little bit. Set in that inside leg too. Sorry, my generator is running because it's hot out. I turned the AC off, but it's going to get warm and I'll need to turn it on. You know what? Maybe I'll set this leg so you can. This will be easier for you so you can see. So I want to set in her angulation. I give her a pet rear, so we were going to grow the tail in, this tail. We grew that down and everything, and was cleaning up underneath, and sure enough, poop got on it, and she was like, no, I don't want to do that. I mean, at this point, she actually talked to me about putting this dog in a pet trim, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. But she didn't want to. She said, no, it looks too short. So I'm going to do, let me set this one in since I'm going to work from this side. So take that back. Find her toe and work my way all the way around. This is a finishing comb by Jody Murphy. I like it. I have a number of different finishing combs. Finishing combs just grab more hair. So I also, because she doesn't have really a ton of hair, I sometimes take the hocks back a little bit so it doesn't, so it's not dragging on the ground. So I'll just kind of take that in a little bit. I don't go too crazy. And also, if you're having issues, sometimes thinners are better for grabbing around the foot. These are brand new, so these are actually doing pretty well, because her coat is really, really fine. So basically, I'm going to do just a regular, I'm going to do the equivalent of a terrier trim, but I'm just going to do it with shears. I'm not going to use the finishing comb. I'm going to use a little bit more chunkier comb here. And I'll set in her hip. I'll come around over here. So we want to open up this muscle a little bit. So I'm just going to, but she wants to keep some length. So I just kind of pick up and I just go forward like this. And sometimes what I'll do, like to do the back coat over here, Just give you some ideas. I'll pull this up and I'll set my length on the top to work from. And she's pretty good. I know some dogs don't stand for it. She's pretty good. I can do this, and this kind of helps me. And so I'm just kind of doing the same thing a hairdresser does, really. I mean, if it's a problem, you could always just pick the hair up and hold it. Especially for anybody who's a hairdresser, this is going to be super easy. For me, not so much, which is terrible because my mom was a hairdresser. Hi. Will you be good if I take you off of this? Yes, you will. You sit right there. Good girl. S'mores likes to get away. If she can. And what I like about doing it this way is, you know, you really just want the coat to lay. You don't have to go crazy trying to get it exact. Let's go and set her underline. And then I'll go right down the side. So she grew down a lot. It's the summertime. So I'm going to set in her tuck up. Her tuck up, can you see that? Good. Okay. So her tuck up is going to be, you're going to find the last rib, and her tuck up is down in here. So just notch that out. Her coats are very fine, and the thinners are actually grabbing a lot better. This is a quirky angle for me to see. And I like to run, if I can, kind of a line. And it doesn't have to be perfect for Yorkie for this length, because, you know, they can be a little bit scruffy. Same thing if you're doing this on like a Westie or a Cairn. I do a lot of this, although I will clip in the shape. She doesn't want that. She wants me to do it by hand. So I've kind of got my top and my bottom, and I kind of did that real quick. So I'm going to use, I like this comb. This is an Element 29 comb, one of the original ones before they went all copper. So I got a pretty good deal on this. You may still be able to find them at AussieDog.com. So come here, stay over there, stay in the camera. There you go. And now I'm going to kind of just meet my top and bottom that I did. And I'm just going to go right in and just... And this is, if anybody's seen this, is the Jonathan David method of scissor over comb. It really does work. It definitely takes some getting used to. I'm still working at it, but you can see that I can get, like, see the layers? It's still long, but I have layers. So that's kind of what I do. So I set my top, I set my bottom, I make sure I've already done my rear, and then over here we want to finish that angulation there. Give her a little bit more. There we go. Come here. They do like her back short, so like I said, it's like a modified pet trim. They just want the body long, so I kind of do it this way. You can see she looks kind of, she's cute. What you looking at, baby girl? And I basically just eyeball the length, eyeball the shape. Just as long as it's kind of neat. Come here, I'm gonna pick that up. And a little trick, by the way, that I do, I mean, I haven't gotten there yet, but I'll just show you quick. Once I've got both of my sides done, I've done this side, I've done this side, and I want to check and make sure I'm even underneath, I just pick the dog up, and I can see what I need to fix. And I can even it out. Okay? So, I hope that helps. And I got a lot more to do, and to neaten this up, but you got the idea. Thanks, bye.